Good morning, students. This is your geography lesson. Students, as you know, we are reading Unit 10 Trade and we are discussing exports and imports of Pakistan. Today, we will discuss what is gross domestic product GDP and gross national product GNP. Moreover, what are the trade routes of Pakistan? So we start our lesson. GDP. What is GDP? GDP stands for gross domestic product. It defines any country's economy in geographical terms. It defines any country's economy in geographical terms. And it represents the total value of all goods that are produced in a country in a period. What is GNP? GNP stands for Gross National Product and it defines the country's production of goods by locals. It represents the total value of all goods and services produced by the resources owned by the locals of a country in a period. So this is difference between these two terms. Gross domestic product GDP is used to calculate the total value of the goods and services produced within a country's borders. GDP is used to calculate the total value of the goods and services produced within a country's borders, while gross national product GNP is used to calculate the total value of the goods and services produced by the residents of a country, no matter their location. GDP looks for the amount of economic activity within a nation's economy, while GNP looks at the value of the economic activity generated by the nation's people. I hope you are clear about GDP and GNP. Now come to trade routes. Page number 191. There is great potential for foreign trade through our land and sea routes. Historically, trade caravans used the land route from the subcontinent to Central Asia. But after the creation of Pakistan, these were not extensively used. Sea routes continue to develop because of their various advantages over the land routes. However, it is interesting to note that Pakistan is surrounded by land on three sides: north, east and west. Nevertheless, the geographical location and political situation in Pakistan limits trade by land and encourages it by sea. Pakistan's land routes have not been developed due to difficult terrain to the north, northwest and southwest. As we have already noted in previous units, the natural topography of Pakistan, that in the northern areas it is very difficult to develop road systems, road network, and through these roads we cannot do trade, we cannot export our things through these routes. So it is not possible for us to do smooth trading through northern areas. Pakistan's land routes have not been developed due to difficult terrain to the north, northwest, and southwest. However, after the completion of the Pakistan motorway, efficient trade routes to the Central Asian republics could be developed, leading to expansion in trade through land routes. Um, as Pakistan motorway is a very efficient and fast and smooth road network all over the country, and it has also enhanced the transportation system in country. So due to this pattern, due to this network, Pakistan is somehow able to use these roads to do efficient trade with Central Asian republics. Several factors which inhibit land routes can be identified. Land routes. The east land route of Pakistan involves India, which is not feasible due to bad relations. As we know very well that Pakistan and India are rival. They are enemy of each other. So the east land route of Pakistan involves India. India is located in the east of Pakistan, and this land route is not so easy to access. We cannot do trade through this land route because of the location of India. On the west are Bolan, Khyber, and Khurram Pass, but it still lacks adequate road links to connect Pakistan with Case through Afghanistan. What is Case? Case stand for countries in Central Africa. So the Khyber Pass, Bolan, and Khurram Pass on the west, there is still a shortage and deficiency in the road pattern that links and that connect Pakistan with Case through Afghanistan. On the north is China. Karakoram Highway has strengthened trade between both countries. You know very well, China is neighboring country as well as fast friend of Pakistan, and Karakoram Highway is token or symbol of friendship between two countries. We do trade with China through this highway, Karakoram Highway. So this highway is very important in the economic development of Pakistan. On the southwest is Iran. There is RCD that connects Pakistan with Turkey through Iran, but the road is not properly built and maintained. What is RCD? RCD is Regional Cooperation for Development, and it was a multi-government organization which was originally established on the 21st of July by Iran, Pakistan, and Turkey. So on the southwest, if there is Iran, the road is not properly built and maintained. So students, what are the problems on the way of trade routes? The topography for trade is inadequate as there are steep slopes, mountains, etc., as we have already discussed in the matter of northern areas. There are very few passes. Trade through land routes is costly because of taxes. We have to pay toll taxes while crossing the areas and entering another city or an other area. Trade through land routes is slow and vulnerable. If we talk about the sea routes, what is the importance of sea routes? Sea routes are preferred for trade because it is cost effective. It also provides a shorter route to Europe as compared to the land route, as sea is the only way to connect different seaports of the world. It also provides a shorter route to Europe as compared to the land route. Pakistan has developed ports, e.g. Bin Qasim port. Pakistan has very developed and organized Bin Qasim port, and through this port, Pakistan is exporting heavy and bulk goods and production to the other countries through sea route. The sea routes function all year round. The sea routes are the places which work all over the year. They can't stop their duty. They can't stop working. They are always busy in performing duties, loading and unloading heavy and large goods, commodities supplied by factories and imported by other countries as well. It also connects Pakistan to the Middle East through the Arabian Sea. As I have already told you that sea is the place that connects different countries. Similarly, Middle East countries as Qatar, Amman, Muscat, Dubai, these are all Middle East countries, and they are connected to Pakistan through Arabian Sea. It can handle large consignments, as we see that there are huge and heavy shipment located on the seaports. So seaports are very important for trading. What are the problems of sea routes? It is slow and time consuming as compared to air routes. As air routes are fast, we can travel a long distance in short period of time. It cannot handle urgent trade. If a company, if an investor is going to send urgent trade, urgent shipment, sea route cannot handle it easily because sea routes are slow. It cannot reach inside cities and inland areas. It cannot reach landlocked countries. Landlocked countries are the countries that do not have their own seaport, as for example Afghanistan doesn't have any seaport. So the trade through sea routes is not accessible and not useful for the landlocked countries. It is inadequate for perishable goods. Goods as fruits and vegetables which do not stay fresh for very long time. So it is not suitable for exporting fruits and vegetables. So students, this is your lesson for today. Thank you for listening. Take care. Allah Hafiz.